That nigga garbage.
What's the motherfucking deal, man? Welcome to Sauce Sports. If you're not familiar with Sauce Sports is a Houston, Texas homer network. I mean, we talking all sports, but only Houston, the freshest flavor in H-Town sports. I hope all of you are doing well. I hope I actually clicked the right button, because, you know, players fuck up sometime. You know, I'm a super player, so I fuck up a lot. But like I said, I hope y'all are doing well. Hope y'all are doing good. Let's see what we got in the Sauce Sports neighborhood. Y'all know we start this thing off, man, with a good Sauce Nation roll call. Shout out to Side with Pride, wherever you may be in the greater Houston area. If you are not in the greater Houston area, I don't want to hear it, okay? Don't even want to talk about it. You know, just shame on you for making bad life decisions. And some of y'all are like, well, I'm not old enough to live on my own, Honcho, so I still live with my mom, and, you know, we just don't live in Houston. Now, get a job and get out the house. Nah, even if you're not in the greater Houston area, man, there's nothing but love. Let me get everything together. Let me know where you're at so I can send a little bit of digital love in your department. Y'all ever see the little green flecks up there? That annoys me. You know, that's because I got that damn light on. So give me 1 second while I cut that light out. We'll drop that in the chat so I can send some love y'all way. We got plenty to talk about tonight, man. Are the Texans committing to a tank job? You know what I'm saying? No limit. Are we on some no limit shit? Are we on some tank soldier shit? We're gonna talk about that tonight. Are we concerned for Kemah? Can't kick. I think they say he's on IR, I think, for like 3 weeks. That is very unfortunate, right? Excuse me. And then what's going on? I'm gonna be honest. That's a terrible thing. Let's see what we got and let's talk about it. Wow. Mitch, what's the motherfucking deal? Naveed, Muhammad, what's the motherfucking deal? Mr. Killer KB, Juan Real Jabari Mayo, Frankie in H-Town. If you love good digital entertainment and you are on the gram, well, I suggest you check out Frankie in H-Town. You won't regret it unless you so weirdo. The wise man in the building. Black Vegeta, what's the motherfucking deal? We got the Sauce Tank team in the house. Shout out to Purple Dre. Let's see. AOS Guitars, what's the motherfucking deal? Rio, the Riot. Yeah, that's crazy, right? Still no trade details. That's questionable. You know what I'm saying? That's questionable, right? It makes you wonder some things, right? Charles Montgomery, Jason S. Let me see. Ruger Dime, Acres Home, Acres Shaker in the building. Derek Bennett, say out of San Antonio. What is the slang term for San Antonio? Somebody told me a long time it was like Saytown. That didn't make any sense to me, right? I was young. It was a dude. I don't know. I don't ever know if I told y'all the story about B-Loke. Yes, B-Loke in the den. I might have mentioned it. But he was a guy from San Antonio. I always thought that was a little weird. Shout out to Derek Bennett. What's the motherfucking deal? Let's see. Oh, Rio got the pipe on display. Hold up. Hello, Santos San Andreas. Terrible. See Roy say Texan in Tulsa already. Caseriosis the joint chief. Kevin said they don't need a tank. They're going to be garbage. Oh, terrible. Russell Moody. What's the motherfucking deal? Let me see. Herb Gotti. That boy Los. Jay Boogie Trinity Gardens in the building already. What? Lonnie? I'm going to say something. And I don't want it to be true, but I'm going to say something. New Jersey in the building. Lord Trill, I see you. Jordan, appreciate that. Shout out. We'll see y'all this weekend. We're going to get on the Jags. We might talk a little Jags today. What's today? Wednesday? We think we need to dedicate a whole stream to that because I like to get closer to the game because we talk for a while, so there's only so much to really talk about. But we can get into that. Darren Davis, aka Swisher, aka It Is a Circle. Just San Antonio, terrible. So you get out what you give to the world. Already Black Eighth Element. Let's see. And shout out to everybody who joined earlier today. Southwest in the house. Conroe, I've been waiting for somebody from the row. Death Row in the building. That Conroe, baby. Y'all know nothing about that Death Row, man. Northside, Bad Bot. Shout out to Bad Bot, man. It's good to see you. Always good to see you. Jersey, what's the motherfucking deal? All right. If I miss you, I promise I ain't dish you. We just got some shit we got to talk about. But Zero Touch Giving, what's the motherfucking deal? Ooh, wee. It's looking tough, right? So we gotta acknowledge some things, okay? This kind of acknowledge I wouldn't say an elephant in the building. I don't think there's any other elephants other than the four situation. So we'll say like a moose in the building. Well, a moose, a smaller but very large animal in the building. The Roby situation, right? But according to many, I guess. It's a relative thing. Roby is your best DB, right? Well, your best corner, right? I think people have their thoughts on Justin Reed and Eric Murray. I know we got some big Eric Murray fans in here. But with corners, we've had issues. Moose in the curtain. I was thinking of who the corners on the team were, and I could not remember Hargrave's name for shit. Like I had a real live brain fart, and I was just like, I could not think of that motherfucking name for shit, even though we talked about it this morning. So you get rid of your best DB, right? You got a guy who's your GM who said this isn't necessarily an outcome-driven season, right? And you already kind of got some questions on offense. You're carrying a shitload of running backs, something I don't think we've ever seen the Texans do before. Your wide receiver group, we'll just say it's not elite, okay? Honestly, you got questions. So one, that brings up the question of the tank, because you got a secondary that's already kind of questionable. You got a lot of carryover from last year in a group that will be nice and just say wasn't that good, right? And now you get rid of your best DB. Now we're talking about there will be holes, right? I mean, don't be surprised if you see more than one quarterback have a career high on the Texans this year. Okay. Now, you got a couple of things going on up front. I know a lot of people are questioning the Amenahu thing, and we're going to see how that goes. We got a lot of people who are high on Martin, and I like Martin. I like Jacob Martin. But, you got on the defensive side of the ball, things work in tandem. You need a little time to get to the quarterback. That's where your DBs come in as far as, holding off receivers. And then at the same time, you need the guys up front to, you can only cover for so long, right? So you need the guys up front to get to the ball. And so you need them to work together. Look, let's be honest. Nobody's confident in Hargraves. We saw it in preseason. It doesn't look good. Y'all talking about Lonnie's out, and I don't know what Lonnie's situation is. I don't even think Lonnie was starting anyway. And I kind of got a question, like, how long do you guys think it's going to be before Lonnie becomes a piece on the move? Like, and again, like, I like Lonnie. This is not me shitting on him. It's like, oh, let's just get rid of him. This is not me saying that. But Lonnie's a talkative guy. He Twitters a lot. And just not necessarily seeing that full production that I think we would have liked to have seen from him. You know what I mean? Like, I'm wondering, Herb got it done. Welcome to the drip already. I'm just wondering how long, till that guy gets moved along. And I'm not saying I want to see him go, right? I just have this feeling that if somebody inquires, that they might like. Is it a situation like that? Do y'all think it's the Texans trying to move pieces, or do you think guys saying, well, we know the Texans are probably going to let any and everything go. It's probably a fire sale over there. That's a used car lot. That's my new analogy for the rest of the season, the Texans used car lot. And, we're going to go down there and get us a deal, right? Y'all saying Reed next? All right, so if we were to, I'm going to let y'all throw it out there. It doesn't have to just be DBs, but I'm thinking if we're talking talent, Reed might be your next up guy. But overall, if somebody else is to go, and we see that Nick has no qualms about letting him go, who do y'all think overall the next thrift store? That's funny you said thrift store, because we were in a Discord earlier, and I used the thrift store analogy. Trill wasn't trying to let me make it, though. Of any player, doesn't have to necessarily be a DB. Who do you guys think the next person to go is, right? So, aside from that, while we're talking about that, so we talked about Kaimi not being there, so they picked up the practice guy, what's his name, Sly? Something, I don't even know his name, a couple of days ago, so obviously he'll probably be moved up on game day, unless they're like, Big Vern, y'all burning for Vernon? He'll probably be moved up on game day, so, there's that. I forgot Mercer's was on this team. I forgot Whitney Mercer's was on this team. Like, that's how unfortunate it's been. But you got Marcus Cannon, right? Is what they're looking like. Will be starting at your right tackle position. Is that not weird, y'all? Considering that Howard played that position in the prior couple of years? Like, does that not say anything to y'all? From what I read, I think they said Cannon's supposed to be looking like your right tackle. Man, please, dog. I'm willing to let go of everybody. If we're talking defensive side of the ball, everybody can go except Cunningham. And maybe keep Martin. Yeah, everybody else's game. Everybody else is fair game. Tulsa, y'all think that, man, that's what I'm saying. Like, Tulsa's a tough one for me, right? Tulsa's a tough one for me. Because, like I said, you got very few pieces that you can really get some assets for. And after we just gave up so much for him, but I guess, we got to look at it like this. This is how we have to look, I guess, you know what I mean? I tell people stop being emotional about stuff, so let me stop being emotional about it. This is how we have to currently view the Houston Texans. We cannot look at it as any carryover. We cannot look at it as, well, we paid this much for this guy. That was all Bill O'Brien's doing. Okay? That was all Bill O'Brien's doing. Once Caserio came in the house, once Oily number 4 said, no mas, it became a reset. Not a rebuild, not a renovation. It became a reset. Year 20 is the Texans' reset. So everything that we knew, that we were on board with, hey, they gave up so much for this guy, all of that is out the window. This year, depending on what they end up getting in the long run for number 4, it's going to be an overhaul. It's going to be a complete overhaul, right? And I knew that it would be a down year. I knew that it would be like, we're not going to win. I don't think they're going to actively be trying to win. But I didn't really think of it like, they're going to just tear the whole house down and just, rebuild from the foundation up. That's what I'm feeling like right now. When you let Roby go, because it's like you would almost, I felt at one point up until earlier, I felt like we're in a rebuild, but they're going to try to maybe make something shake. But now I don't think they care about any of that old shit. I don't think they care about how much they gave up for Tunsil. I wouldn't be surprised if they let Tunsil go for a 1. Right? And that's true. It's like, I wouldn't be surprised if you get Tunsil for a 1, a singular 1. I wouldn't be surprised if they damn near let Tunsil go for a 2 or a couple of 2s. And they're trying to clear the books because, like I said, Nicky Scissors wants a fresh start. He wants to put his stamp on this whole thing. But it's like, I didn't want to envision it like that, just to be honest with you. Like, I knew it was going to be bad, but I didn't want to envision, like, me on some Publishers Clearinghouse shit, we just going to empty out the coffers. But I'm starting to feel like it's this way. I'm starting to feel like if teams are in desperate need and start calling and making offers on Tunsil, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see Tunsil at the end of the year in a Texans union. I just don't feel like, I don't think it's the smartest idea. You know what I'm saying? But you damn, we shipping anybody who can to the Eagles, huh? You're taking for a 1st and a 3rd. You say 2 firsts and Devontae Smith. Like I said, I don't want him to. Yeah, and I agree. I agree though, Swisher. But at the same time, who are we paying him to protect? Like, who are we paying him? You know what I'm saying? Who are we paying him to protect? That's the thing. Is like, why pay him so much when you got a guy that even if they had the best line in the league as of right now, which we clearly don't, you got guys back there that don't appear to be able to make the throws. Man, that's what they call the money mills, baby. Cut it? No, man, we ain't talking about getting rid of no Cunningham. I don't want to hear any Cunningham trades. Cunningham is the only one. The only one. And like I said, but at the same time, I do see the point where people say, hey, he's the best at his position. Not an easy position to fill. But it's like you're kind of in this space. Like, are you going to pay him for the next couple of years where you may not have a quarterback? A lot of people have made the point, hey, we probably don't need to go QB in the first round. No, our lefty's any good. I was laughing because I was listening to that, I think the stream that Me, Wise, and Tenia did a while back. And I was talking about fuck lefties. I've passed by a couple of lefties, but I'm just like, you know what? I'm not going to do it. Just out of spite, I'm not going to eat there. But, so like I say, you're paying a guy to, even if he excels, even if he's the best in the league at his job, even if he has a career year, All that. What does it really matter? Like, what does it really matter? Like, if Tunsil has his best career year, does it really change anything? Because again, look who's back there. Unless he's protecting Drip Driscoll, I don't want to hear it. So that's why I say it's kind of a situation where I would not be surprised if, they entertain. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be surprised if they entertain offers for anybody. I mean, every table at this point except for Cunningham. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. You can. I think you can do a couple of things faster. Like I said, once you get rid of Ford, you got to get some assets for Ford, right? Got to be some decent assets. If you can get some assets for Laramie, you do that. You stack up everything you can, right? You stack up everything you can. If you can get somebody not as good, but a little bit cheaper, but still solid enough, cool. Because like I said, next year, depending on where everything ends up, we should have that first overall, the way it's looking. Are you going with a quarterback? Right? Really? BBC, bring him back? Absolutely not. And are you going with a quarterback? Or do you rebuild in the trenches like Ray said, right? So, clear the books, get the money out the way, have as much money as you can, acquire as many picks as you can. And that's how you rebuild as fast as you can. If you got money for free agents, you got picks for talent, and then like I said, you're going to rebuild, you're going to bring new guys in here with a whole new culture, right? So, a bucket of chitlin. Nah, come on, my dog ain't that bad. Anyway, let me think, I wrote something down here. Did I write something down? So I know y'all are excited, right? I think I talked about everything I mainly want to. I want to open up the line. I want to give y'all a chance to spill your sauce. But I do know y'all are excited, right? You gotta be excited this cornerback group. King, Mitchell, Hargraves, Moreland, and fucking Johnson. You gotta be excited about this, right? I mean, get rid of Cooks. I don't know. Cook said he ain't want to go nowhere. Remember? Cook said he was tired of being traded. So, and because we've been in the Discord having some real live conversations, right? And we've had some real live conversations about number 4, right? And no, Dread, what? I don't like where you're going with this. And this is not even a shit on number 4 session, but I want to know the opinion because I know you got people on both sides of it, right? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Cully just here to band-aid. He got 2 years. He got this year, and then you got, whatever. I want to know y'all's thoughts before I open up the line. Do you feel like the way the trade request, the way, things are kind of going at this point, even prior to it, when the coaching staff and everything you're having that turnover, I want to know how y'all feel about how Deshaun, and we can say in his camp, however you want to look at it, has handled the matter. That's what I want. I want to know how y'all feel. Y'all drop that in the chat. And while y'all do that, I'm going to, let me put the right number on so I can open up the line. And we're going to talk about it. We're going to get real live, though. What is the number? I'm going to learn the number soon, I promise. I'm going to learn it. And we're going to talk about it. Almost right there in my fucking face. 34636 sauce. Spell out sauce on your number. Hit the keypad like SAUCE. Or 346-367-2823. If you want to call into the line, if you want to talk about it. Like I said, I want to know how you're feeling. Overall, if you still want to talk the Roby maneuver, your thoughts on that. If you feel like the Texans are tanking, I want to know your thoughts on that primarily. If you have, some thoughts on how this whole matter has been handled by either the Texans, either Watson, his camp, I want to know your thoughts on that. And I guess I know some people feel like they still want to drop their record predictions. I'm going to be honest. After the Roby situation, because I know a lot of people have said, oh, we'll have a stalwart defense and things like this. I think you got to take into consideration who that defense played against the majority of the preseason. It was not number ones. And then when you saw a number one like Brady, I know people said, oh, it's Brady. He's the GOAT. Again, Brady's not the same Brady, but again, the mental aspect of the game is very important. But like I say, you got some young bucks out here who can slang this motherfucker. And now that you're missing, like I think by consensus, many of you would say your best DB, we know that you could target Hargraves, right? King in the return game, A1, I love it. Cool, I'm with it. I'm with it all the way with King in the return game. But as far as DB, we saw a couple of plays. I want to say in that last preseason game that did not look so hot. So let's see what we got to say. For a pussy for not speaking up for himself and let others speak for him. So I go smell his fingers somewhere else. Cully didn't even have permission to draft the Texans' first pick. I don't even want to talk about that meal. Money meal 4 is in the He's just in the circle. Woo! Admit it, Rick Smith acquired all the Texan star talent. Where is the lie? This is the truth. I cannot deny it. As anti-Rick Smith as I was, right? And you know what I always say, Rick would hit on the first round, second round, middle rounds, and undrafted free agents. He would find stars. He would find, I wouldn't say star, but he'd find talent. Great value in UDFA. I took that for granted. I took that shit for granted, bro. Like, if you can find talent in the front end, you gamble in the middle, whatever, and you're able to find a lot of value in undrafted, I'll take it. Like, I would wish to have Rick Smith back, but we know that's not gonna happen. You say gonna eat crow, Nick? You see gonna get us right? I'm not hating on Nick though. I'm not praising Nick. I'm not hating Nick until I'm gonna give him a year. If hope if they don't Brian Gain that boy. LeBlanc. Oh man. Ramirez had about 3 of our teammates got some. Yeah, look. He was not alone, right? He was not alone. I'll tell you that. I don't. How you gonna bond as a team if you out there getting massages alone, player? You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I'm not even gonna go into it. Two with a Fitzmagic, terrible. Let's see. We y'all talking about that roster, watching what roster? Flores? Yeah, I would say Flores on the right track. I would say Flores is in the chat on the right track. But I heard, look, I got different thoughts about it. I used to be a super anti, you can't pay for the pussy, right? You can't pay for it. Y'all gonna be like, Honcho, where are you going with this? I don't like what you're saying, Honcho. I'm not gonna do it, right? But when you're a wealthy man, I can understand it to an extent, right? Because what do you pay the prostitute for? You don't pay her to have sex. You pay her to leave, right? Regular niggas, regular guys like us. Some people are like, why did Honcho just call me a nigger? That's a first. Most of us regular guys, we got the time to play the bullshit game, right? To get to what we're trying to get to. If you're a wealthy man, you make a lot of money, and you're doing a lot of stuff. If you're a high value man, you ain't got the time to try to play with these dimes. But no, and so I could see it again to an extent. To an extent, there is a limit, right? I get it. I don't want to waste time trying to talk to this broad, trying to gas up and do all this. Look, I'll pay for it and then be on about my way, right? I can see that. But exactly, AOS. That's the thing. The pros are not gonna mess their bag up, right? They know this is their livelihood. You know what I mean? Them others, them fake pros. I don't want to be known as a hoe pro. You know what I'm saying? I'm an unlicensed massage therapist, so I would never do a thing, even though I do it every day, multiple times a day. You know, like I guess it just a lot of things that have come out have shown that niggas don't be as play as you think they be, right? And I be trying to tell y'all, like, athletes, entertainers, even these rappers that some of y'all know and love, these rappers y'all be loving. It's some R&B niggas with more game than some of these rappers. And they questionable too. Like, dudes don't have game, they just got money and fame. And that's what the hoes attract to, so that's what they use. And then, they know that's their leverage. Because if you never got hoes like that before you were famous, dog, hoes alone. I keep telling y'all that shit. right? So it's just like, you gotta leave that before trying to run out each when you knew the news was about to drop and you try to escape the other thing. Right? So there's allegations, rumors, whispers, murmurs, right? Speak to his lack of game. And then we got kind of like a little curved, whatchamacallit, a little look to it. I like wonder who his barber was. I can't talk too much shit though. I'm getting up there. But like whispers and murmurs, right? Allegedly said some things. I don't have proof. It's not any documented things. But that he's just not feeling the vibe. Maybe feels like the fans turned on him. So he don't want to. That's an excuse. If that is the truth, right? If that's the excuse you want to use for not wanting to be here, you did that shit to yourself. You did that shit to yourself. Nobody turned on you as long as you were saying, I want to be a Houston Texan. As soon as you say, I don't want to be here anymore, I don't want to play for the team, for the ones that drafted me, for the ones that's recruiting me, I signed a contract, got y'all hopes up, told y'all I was going to bring y'all the Super Bowl, and then I said, nah, change your heart. Yeah, people going to turn because you turn. You know what I'm saying? The energy you brought is the energy you get. You turn, other people are going to turn. And then slowly but surely, as it drags out, as it carries on, whispers, murmurs, allegations, possibilities you don't know, right? Like the allegations are possibly turning down offers because there may be a singular place you really want to be. Pardon me, right? Turning down opportunities for a single place you want to be. So basically holding the team hostage so you can get what you want out of it. Which in the business world is a power move. So I'm not knocking it from a business aspect, but I'm not doing business with Deshaun, right? I'm talking as a fan of the Texans. As a Texans YouTuber, as a Houston sports YouTuber. It's a bad look, right? It's a bad look. Like, because let's be 1,000. Houston Texans with Deshaun. Way more views than Houston Texans with Money General Mills. Like, so yeah, it's a negative benefit. But even with all that bullshit aside, because it ain't about the numbers. You know what I'm saying? It's just about enjoying yourself. But even with that bullshit aside, it's like the more it carries on, the longer the wait is, the longer you hold out. Well, I wish you well, but you're holding the team hostage from making progress for whatever reason. You're not going to sit here and tell me, even with all the allegations, teams have not proposed offers, right? Had you not tried to be slick and oil your way out of this situation, all this shit might not have came. But it might have came to the forefront, right? Because, like I said, a lot of this stuff is whispers and murmurs, right? So, rumored allegedly when it first happened, Texans tried to help them out. Didn't want their help. Thought it was going to brush it under the rug. If that's true, then fooey on you. If there's rumors that teams were willing to pay the price, and he just didn't want to go there, and he turned it down because he has the no trade clause, so the ball's in his court on that. Then fooey on you. Now, if none of these things happen and we come out and find out none of this shit happens, hey, my bad. I eat the crow on it. I apologize for anything negative I said pertaining to that stuff. But overall, this behavior, the way that you're doing shit, dog, is just like, as a man, bro, like, all you got is your balls and your word, right? That's it. Scarface. Balls and my word. And I think I commented that earlier. It might have been Mr. Bennett. You sign that contract. That's one thing, right? Okay, it's about the money. Then you come out and you get a whole little speech. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing. Because now it's not just a business situation. Now it's kind of a social contract that you've made with the fans. I'm going to bring y'all this. We believe in you. We, as fans, believe in you, believe in your talent. We turned on the Texans organization for the most part. And, you know, it's still not gung-ho Texans. And, like, people don't understand. I could be mad at Deshaun and still not fuck with Easterby or not like David Culley that much or not care for Kyle either. Oh, and I'm glad we said that, because I said that there was something we had to talk about. I didn't. It slipped my mind. Oh, I'm glad I brought that up. So, now if you're in the Discord, I've already proposed this question to you, right? So, you know, if you want to answer, fine. If you don't, fine. Drop this in the chat. Give me just a moment. I have a question because I have to show you something, right? The little thingy with all the game day entertainment that the Texans are supposed to be providing was posted on social media today, right? So I took the little picture, I took the little snippet of it. I'm gonna show y'all something, right? Because I need your opinion as Texans fans. I need your opinion on this matter. I don't give a shit about that electronic fucking bull. What good is the bull gonna be being if you lose it? I ain't gonna lie to her, would be if this was still bulls on parade, that would be great. El Bravo. Who's this nigga El Bravo? I don't care about El Bravo, right? He's an animatronic to breathe smoke and fire. It's 50% larger than before and features programmable. I'm not programming lights. I don't give a fuck. That football field in my ass. This is what we need to talk about. Game entertainment, right? I ain't got my whiteboard on the sauce, so it's like I have it on the end. But anyway, I'll read it to you. It says, the game day entertainment experience has been enhanced with the introduction of our new in-stadium host. Now, these are key words right here. Houston Texans legend Cecil Shorts III and game day's resident DJ Athens. Well, I don't know who DJ Athens is, right? Fans will also see a new national anthem tradition with an oversized USA flag and participation from fans in segments throughout the game using new mixed reality technology. I don't care about any of that. First NFL team to have a permanent installation for mixed reality. Give me some permanent fucking wins. Give me a permanent trip to the AFC South. That's a permanent. I'm in the AFC Championship. That's the permanent shit. I don't give a fuck about none of this new shit. Anyway, I need to know. And I'm not even looking at the chat. I need to know, I think y'all know where I'm going with this. Is Cecil Shorts a Texans legend? Now, this is not saying you do or don't like Cecil Shorts. It's not saying he wasn't good when he did play. But I mean, what are the qualifications to be a Texans legend? Right? Do you put Cecil Shorts in that category? Like, and just off the top of your head, who are you putting in the Texans legends category? Because I think legend would be your highest status of Texan. And in my opinion, the radio appearances and the little stuff here, I don't think Cecil Shorts is a Texans legend, right? I thought he was cool when he was here. I have no ill will for him, but Texans legend? Legend, my nigga? Texans legend? Alfred Blue is more of a legend than goddamn Cecil Shorts. Okay? That's I feel like that's disrespectful. Now, I know we don't got a lot of legends. I know we don't got a lot of legendary Texans. I know we don't got a lot of guys that, you know, will be qualifying for the Hall of Fame. Maybe got about two. Right? And if you're new to this, make sure you hit that like button. Be greatly appreciated if y'all hadn't done that. Let YouTube know you guys enjoy the content as we're back on that regularly scheduled program. And even if you don't like, hit the dislike button. Just show that you in there. We can say not even an honorable mention. John Wicks is a legend. He's banned. And John Wicks is what, the longest tenure tech? Yeah. Let's see. No brain retired. Do we have any retired numbers? Dre shit technically ain't retired yet. Ed Reed's Texas, let's stop. I see everybody Johnson. This everybody say Andre and Watt. He's a Jags legend. Yeah, I would definitely believe he's a Jags legend. You know what I'm saying? Say Chester Pitts ain't one either. Oh shit. Okay, let's see. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He wasn't even here that long. A legend. All you got to do is play 2 seasons and you're a legend. If that's the case, shit, we got some legends on the roster right now. Oh man. This is a game day experience, pretty cool. God damn it, Broderick. You over there, you better stop co-signing. You know what I'm saying? Let me say Tua, Xavier Howard, and 1 first-round pick from Miami. Man, I don't want to say Spitz ain't in here. Spitz brought up a great point earlier in the Discord. And again, if y'all want to be a part of Discord, and I implore you, this is not just for the benefit of the sauce. This is for this Texan season is going to be tough, my guys. All right? I'm trying to tell you, it's going to be a tough season. But what makes it a lot more tolerable and a lot easier to handle is when you have great people to enjoy the games with. And y'all know how we rock in the Discord. But we enjoy the games together. We rock live. We all that good stuff. But bro, it is the funniest shit shaking, because you have to laugh to keep from crying. It's pure entertainment. So no matter how bad it gets, it's always some funny shit going on in the Discord, and there's always great conversations. But Spitz, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait till next time Spitz is on and let him, because he brought up a great point, right? I mean, an amazing point. And I really want to know everybody's thoughts on that shit. I'm gonna just leave that, man. But I'm imploring y'all, definitely check it out. Starting at the $5 tier, I'm telling y'all. Patreon.com/SauceSports. Join the Discord. It's like 24/7 sauce. Excuse me. No, Jacoby. We were talking about Jacoby. We were talking about the most infamous Texan earlier. Who is the the most hated Texan in y'all's book? Give some very good answers. Foster Hop and Dre, I would say yes, definitely all Texan legends. Watt, definitely a legend. Cheap T-shirts. Oh, that was the thrift store analogy that I used earlier, because we were talking about Danny Amendola, right? And Amendola's older. He had a couple of back-to-back 600-yard seasons in Detroit. And so we were kind of going back and forth about that. And I said, I think Trill called him a cheap T-shirt. And I said, Danny Amendola is not a cheap T-shirt. Danny Amendola is a former name brand T-shirt that the Texans bought out of the thrift store. So it was a nice shirt at one point in time. It was a shirt at one point in time anybody would have bought off the rack. Or most people probably would have bought off the rack. Maybe just Patriots fans. Anyway, now it's a shirt that you got from Goodwill, right? And that's what it is. So that was a thrift store analogy from earlier. So it's Rosencopter was a G, dog. Rosencopter just had that moment, dog. Dwayne, I would say yeah. I would say Dwayne. Like I said, it's a couple of guys, and I guess I'm gonna be honest. If we're talking legends, it's mostly guys that Rick Smith picked. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So it is what it is. So he's a stained shoe. Oh damn. Put them in the wash. We gotta put some of that. What's that shit? That shit that dye on it, the red. Now, if Danny Amendola leads this team in yards, I'm not even gonna say I'd be surprised, bro. We ain't got no quarterback to push it downfield. I probably would. I'd probably rather it because who gonna push that ball? We seen Tyrod ain't looking like it. We know General Mills. This ain't his year. Remember that? Y'all remember Unforgivable? General Mills, every Sunday on game day, they need to be telling him, today ain't your day. Because bro is not it. He is not what's happening. So, yeah, I don't think, like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if you see Amendola actually end up leading this team in yards. I would be very upset, actually. But I wouldn't be surprised. I don't think I'd be upset. I don't even think I would be. Like, I have no expectations. I have absolutely no expectations. I'm just here for the ride. I'm just trying to make it through the next season. Right? I have no expectations, right? We'll just see what happens. Like, as much as I used to talk shit about people, just wait and see. Just wait. I'm waiting and seeing right now. Okay? I'm just gonna wait and see what happens. Because I have no belief. I have no expectation. Because again, if these motherfuckers fuck around and do be decent, I'm gonna be pissed. I'll probably be more pissed off if the Texans mess around and do decent to subpar as opposed to terrible. Because then they're missing out on opportunity. And we're talking picks, like as far as having more options at their draft position. And these motherfuckers fuck around and stumble into the late. Oh, we're not going to stumble to the late first, but just, you're talking about 8, 9, 10, somewhere in that area. I'm going to be pissed off. I'm going to be pissed off. I don't think it's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? But you got. There's lots of technicalities out there. Don't forget, there are plenty of technicalities. They got that whole Rona situation where teams can forfeit if a player got the Rona and he ain't, which makes no sense to me. It's such a goofy thing, right? I don't even want to get into. I'm not even going to get into the technicalities, but it's a goofy policy that they have, right? And so it is what it is. The first QB to have low lights. Demps was solid. Barron was cool. Let me see. Stop 2021 Platinum Fubu said, oh, wow. Iceberg? Kevin Johnson, the GOAT, man. Damn, suck ass, Lamb, Clark, Wilford, Kevin Johnson, Deshaun. We had Deshaun Gibson. You say, oh, we got Clarence with the real nice parents from the Jacksonville fan. Cecil Shorts was never a legend in Jacksonville. Kenny McCardell, Jimmy Smith, MJD, Fred Taylor. Fred Taylor definitely was. Man, fuck Baselli. Fuck Baselli. Ain't nobody trying to hear that, right? Yeah, if you are, T.Y. hit, damn, he the wrong side of the Texas legend. Yeah, if you are, we don't have a lot of Woodlands representation. We got, like I said, we got Death Row, Conroe in the building. We be having the Slum in the building, Humblebee in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? We be having all, we don't get a lot of Woodlands. Where the Hoodlands at, man? Y'all ain't representing this bitch. Dog, this is terrible. It's like I say, you just gotta laugh because it's gonna be a bad run. It's gonna be a very unfortunate situation. But like I say, man, it is what it is. Dante Robinson. Dante's a legend. He's a legendary for the way he got about this camp. The Pay Me Rick, that's legendary. That is That is legendary. Now, how many folks did it like that? Ray Rats. Jamie Sharp. Oh, that was a throwback. Kareem. I mean, if we call Cecil a legend, you might as well call Honey Badger a legend, right? Honey Badger got out the burning house. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could only imagine what that nigga would be saying if he would have resigned and been here to a longer term deal and got paid. I can only imagine, right? I can only imagine. But yeah, for the most part, bro, it's a very unfortunate set of situations or set of circumstances. But I wanted to show y'all that because I saw that shit earlier and I was just like, Texans legend Cecil Shorts. Like, cool. It was cool for what he did, you know, the little couple of years he was here, but I think it's a bit of a stretch, but I guess, you know, you got to word it whatever. You're going to have some people, you're going to have certain fans. Well, yeah, Cecil Shorts. He's a goddamn Texans legend. Hell yeah, I remember him. Yeah, anyway, your ass was drunk falling out the fucking stands. But it is what it is. Say the Hoodlands Parkway in the building. Let me see. How the Texans... I can tell you exactly how. Houston loves football. Right? And Houston loves Houston. You put those two things together, and you're going to make money. That's why I don't see them like. And I know somebody inquired earlier if we think that the Texans would be trying to up and leave. Why? What market would be more profitable than Houston? Where would they leave and go to? Like, even burning the bridges out here and not looking, you still have diehard people saying Texans are as bad as it looks, right? And some of the diehards in the chat. I don't see it, but you still got folks that are saying Texans going to the playoffs. You still got folks every year will argue you and say that the Texans are they have a chance at the Super Bowl. It's motherfuckers right now. If you scour certain Facebook groups, if you go in different chats, you go on Reddit, you go different. It's people who will sit here and try to argue you that the Texans are a contender. The Houston Texans have a large segment of Cowboy-like fans. Not as bad as the Cowboy fans, because Cowboys fans who don't pay no attention. We got rings, bro. Puro pinche Cowboys, ese. Fucking Texans have puro pinche Texans. AFC Championships home, AFC South Championships homes. And you're like, Honcho, that's racist. That is the most racist accent you've ever done, Honcho. It's not even close. If y'all ain't been in the den, y'all know it ain't even close. If y'all have been in the den, y'all know it ain't even close. But you got people who will just fucking, y'all know some. Y'all know some of them. Like, y'all know exactly who and what I'm talking about. But you got some who they'll break bread and they'll Texan down and they'll do like, no matter what, the franchise is always right. And I know some people are like, oh, y'all siding with it. I'm not siding with the Texans in this whole Deshaun Watson, said his name, number 4 debacle. I'm siding with the people. I'm siding with men, right? Because this is not the manly way to go about it. I'm siding with people who are raising young athletes, right? Who may one day make it to the league, may make it to that platform. And what this teaches them when it talks about being a man of your word. You know, this is why I say a lot of times athletes are terrible role models. I don't think you should. I don't know who made them role models anyway. Yeah, look up to the person who you have a 1% chance of, or less than 1% chance of ever being. But I think they're terrible role models for the most part. Most of them just don't have the moral ground or foundation to really stand on, right? And so I'm siding with the people who've been through the ups and downs of this organization, who suffered going into year 20. That's who I side with. And I get it, and I get the people, like, I 100% understand the people who feel like Captain WD-40 got railroaded. I see it. I thought like that early on. But certain things, I mean, enlightening certain things, it changed my perspective. Like, I get it. The people who are like, I'm not down with the corporation. You know, I'm siding with the player. But in this situation, to me, the player is not the people. You know what I mean? Like, because I have no trade clause, cool. Don't want to be here, cool. But if what you really wanted was to be able to go to one specific location, and that one specific location, then that's how it should have been addressed. That's how it should have been said. And if you dismissing these other opportunities, like I said, just holding, because you're not just holding the Houston Texans hostage. You're holding this fan base hostage. The fans that want to see the Texans be successful, you're holding them hostage, because we're in a holding pattern. Because, one, now we know we wasting a year, that we're not going to win. We're not going to see success this year. We know that. Two, if you were really want to be traded, was just so bad here, it wouldn't be on some, I just want to go to one spot. It'd be like, I can go anywhere else in the league and win because I'm that good. I'm great. So I got the leadership ability, right? And you allow those people that you promised that Super Bowl that you're not going to deliver a chance at having quality assets so that team can rebuild. You don't owe the organization nothing, but you owe the people that you made a promise to something. You made a promise to the fans. Did he not? Am I wrong? Did he not promise the fans that he was going to bring it to Houston? Bring it something we never had? You know what I'm saying? That's my thing. Yeah, but again, as that thing is in that contract, when the team says something to a player, right, it's written off in their contract. This was a conversation we had earlier, and like I said, it was some good points made. That's in their contract, right? That's the guaranteed money, right? That's what they're guaranteed, and when they're not guaranteed no more, well, you become expendable. You sign that contract. You know what I mean? So my whole deal is, let me bring the garage back. Oh man, Watson book full of shit. I bet it is. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm just not looking at the chat. I see the put on PJ Texans. But you know what I'm saying? It's just like, bro, it's like, Dominic Davis. Oh man. And so my thing is just like, look, you made a promise as a man. You made a promise to the fans, right? Y'all get on my ass when I be late for the damn song. So you said 7 o'clock. It's 7:03. Goddamn it. I feel bad. I'm like, damn, I was late for the sauce. So if I say we're going to do a thing and something come up and I can't do it, I feel bad for that. I can only imagine if I was down and say, I promise y'all a Super Bowl, and tomorrow I say, fuck y'all niggas, I'm leaving. Y'all figure it out. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, bro. Like, I don't want no butthole pleasure. But it's just like, man, and that's what I feel like. Even when I tell y'all about what is the sauce? Sauce is fans for fans. And you ain't hear me. Well, I'm an expert when it comes to this. I be forgetting shit. I be having to look at my little notes. I be writing bad notes. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I say something. Yeah, we just signed that. But like, nigga, we just cut that nigga. Oh, shit, word. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, this is the kind of, that's what I care about. I care about the people, though. Like, why is there a sauce line? So the people can have an honest voice. Ain't nobody screaming the sauce line. Motherfucker calling on some crazy shit all the time. Now, I don't mean do it. We've had some crazy calls in the past, but it's just like, it's for the people. That's what the sauce is about. Y'all are all fresh ingredients. If you fuck with the sauce, if you subscribe to the sauce, you a fresh ingredient. Your opinion matters here, right? And so if your opinion matters here and you supporting the fucking Texas or whatever, like, you know, people get mad, all the players, all the fans, treat like, dog, you're an entertainer. When it comes down to it, yeah, you're an athlete, but you're an entertainer. That's what it is. When I'm on here talking about shit, whatever, roundtable, we're entertaining. When it all comes down to it, people get in the chat don't like it. Everything ain't for everybody. Everybody ain't gonna like everything. And so, but when you go out and you promise this, and you say, oh, well, I'm gonna do this for the city. I got the money. I'm crying. Oh, they got my family on the screen. All this other shit, and then shit don't go your way. The one time in your life, you're gonna lose it. It makes you look weak. It makes you look weak. No, the organization's not doing you any favors. But you committed to that organization when they wasn't doing you any favor. You knew Hop was out of here. You still committed to the organization. You knew all of that stuff was going. You still committed to the organization. Billy O, a lot of fans wouldn't fuck with Billy O. When Billy O, they was rumored, I want to play for Billy O. I want to play for Bill O'Brien. You got to keep playing for Bill O'Brien. Y'all started out 0-4. He was the fucking GM. He was making the bad decisions. What the fuck, right? And now things ain't going my way. Now I don't like how I feel in the city. You shouldn't have had a like that. Motherfucker was feeling and other shit. But that's on you. Again, and had it been a one-off situation, like I get it, right? I get it. But when you talking about like not even the 20-something allegations, dog, 20-something masseuses in a year? It's like, what, 52 weeks in a year? You have, what, like 25, 26 allegations? Maybe 23, I think it was 23. Let me not overdo it. It's like one every other week, right? And so it's just like, bro, you did that to yourself. If you feel embarrassed, you did that to yourself. Those allegations aren't leaving if you go to another city. The internet exists, right? So it's like, my whole view of that is just like the behavior at this point, to me, is a dude who's not manning up for his actions, right? The same dude who dropped the leadership book, the same dude who talking about I'm a servant leader, all these things about just it, and it's just like, but that's human nature. When you've always seen a person a certain way, and then they deviate from that belief, it's hard to believe. It's hard to separate. It's like, nah, the same way you see them stories of people on the damn them crazy murder shows. No. God, no. John's been my neighbor for 13 years. He'd never hack his wife up and leave her body in the bag. I don't believe it. Motherfuckers bringing bits and pieces, the forensic team bringing pieces out the front, the ambulances and shit, bones and shit. No, I refute. Now, John would never. He's a good guy. He's worked at the library for 12 years. I've known him. I check out books. Like, no, it's hard to believe that, but it's cognitive dissonance or whatever the fuck it is. And so it took me a minute, dog, but I'm just looking at it overall. What did I become a fan of the Texans for? The hometown team in Houston, right? I don't love everything they do. I'm not that guy. You know what I'm saying? But we're at a point now where you got one dude who made a decision, don't want to accept the decision he made anymore, and wants out. If you come to the den, we talk about a lot of stuff. We talk about race. We talk about the sexes. We talk about occasionally politics. We talk about human nature. We talk about a bunch of things. These are qualities that are being displayed by this man that are less than manly. There's particular people that we speak on often that make decisions, and then when it's time to pay the consequences for those decisions, they don't want to do it anymore. They don't want to do that anymore. That's not acceptable, bro. You put your name on the dotted line, right? And I know we say, well, the teams, well, it's the same thing with a business. Guess what? The reason why you get to play for a team is because they did all the necessary protocols to be a team, to be an established organization, right? Trust me, I get it, bro. I'm generally on the brink of anarchy. You know, I usually be rooting for that type of shit, but there's things that keep shit in place, and there's things that keep shit structured, right? And even if we want to talk about being a man about how you feel, Deshaun Watson not on the level of other players that have demanded a trade, right? Jalen Ramsey owned his shit. He called it like it was. He ain't want to be there. You knew it. We ain't heard shit from Watson. We ain't seen nothing but Watson fall in line, go to practice. I'm sorry, number 4, fall in line, go to practice, go play safety, get mad at the camera people, you know, all this other stuff. Them other dudes, nah, I'm hurt. Nah, I don't want to be here. Nah, I want to trade. You know what I'm saying? Dude might not be the dog we thought he was. He's a great player, great athlete. might just be that. That might be it. That really might be it, man. So that's just where I'm at, man. Man, bro, I wanna stop that, and I'm glad, Black Element, you said what you said, because this was gonna be a den topic. I'm gonna wrap it up now, because we're going live on the den at 9. It's gonna be a very interesting time. Y'all know I'm on some trigger and shit, so I hope y'all in the den tonight at 9 p.m. It's gonna be another interesting conversation like last night. But we gotta stop calling grown men kids. Like, we gotta stop that. And I really that shit needs to stop in the NCAA. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to stop calling people kids, because that's what makes them continue to act like kids. Like, there's a point where we got to start saying, either these young men or these men or whatever, once you cross 18, you can go die for the country. That's not no kid. You know what I mean? When you cross 18, you legally on your own. So if you don't go to college, like if you 18, 19 and out there on your own trying to get it, somebody come, oh, he's just a kid. Look at that kid. They don't get that treatment. When they're athletes, we call them kids. And they continue to act like kids. They continue to get treated like kids. And then, therefore, they continue to behave like kids. It goes into there not being an established rite of passage, right? And this, like I said, this is a whole nother conversation. This is really some den talk. But let's keep it 1,000, because I know I'm going to keep it all the way 1,000 with you. Especially with a lot of these athletes, and the majority of them being black, we all know in the black community there ain't no rite of passage. Like Hispanics, they got I know that for the chicks, they got the quinceañeras, right? 15, they start treating them like women. I know a lot of Hispanic dads, they kids, they work with them from young and things like that. We can talk about the issues in the black community. That's not another thing. Depending on what race culture you come from, there might be other things. The Jews got the bar mitzvahs at 13. They start treating you like a man. At 13, they start telling you about man responsibilities. When your mind shifts, when you start getting a different level of treatment, that don't exist in the black community. Ain't no you get treated like, man, you a kid till you old enough to get out your mama's house. Now get the fuck out of my house. But you've been treated like a kid all the way up until that point. Or, oh, they just some kids. These kids on the field, you get to college. Oh, these kids. You in your 20s, man. In any other segment of society, you got to be handling business. But we still call them kids. And they're going to continue to adapt the mindset of kids. That's why these dudes come out and don't be responsible for their action. They popping up with a bunch of fucking kids having kids. They popping up with a bunch of, their money issues, just the behavior overall. Because we identify grown-ass men and basically call them children. We got to stop calling them kids. There's a point where your actions matter. And not having that rite of passage is when you go from thinking like a boy, thinking like a kid, to thinking like a man. And so, I know I went on a different tangent, but, he's not a kid, bro. He's a grown-ass man. He know what the fuck he was doing. Kids don't make decisions like to get a check to the damn cafeteria lady. They say he was working from young when his mama had her little issues or whatever. The dude got sense. The dude knows. But that's another part of not having that prominent male role model to tell you this is what men do, this is what boys do. You made this choice, you made this decision. You might not like the outcome currently, but you got to get through it. You calling yourself a leader, you ain't won nothing in the big leagues. You won a national championship, cool, great. A lot of folks have done that and bombed in the league. A leader goes through adversity and comes out on the other side better than they were when they went in. Can you honestly say that about Deshaun Watson? Can anybody in this chat honestly say that Deshaun Watson has gone through some adversity in the league and come out better on the other side? With that being said, I appreciate y'all watching. Make sure you're following all the proper social medias down below. It is my honor. It is my privilege. It is my pleasure. Make sure y'all hit that like button. If you're not subscribed, you're tripping. If y'all want more sauce, join the Patreon, patreon.com/saucesports. And you can be a part of the Discord. We chop it up all the time. The conversations get way deeper. The conversations get intense. They are funny. I mean, y'all have not had the full sauce experience until you are part of the Discord. It's another level. But, like I said, I got to get ready for the Den. I implore y'all to come join the Den Show, denshowlive.com. Link should be in the description below. If you want to be a part of that, we should have a good conversation tonight. With that being said, I'm chunking up a deuce. Y'all be cool like y'all be cool. But most of all, Y'all take care of yourself. Y'all stay saucy. I'm out.